Hello everyone and welcome back to the Lion's Den. In this video we are going to look at the progress faction and the priority build list for them. A lot of people don't know where to go when you're first starting making a team, which will help boost their stats, which will help with their abilities, what do you need to stay alive, etc. So we're going to go through that and look at the main skills on what makes progress work. So let's just have a quick look at progress. Progress is a very shield heavy faction. As you can see, it's basically based on Judge, Julius, and Isaac. Julius here will be your main tank. The main skill that you're looking at for him is his main one, obviously shields the whole team. It's dependent on Julius's physical attack, the shield durability, and the healing. We also have his copycat device. Whenever he gains shields, increases attack for the duration of the battle. Again, based off physical attack. If the shield isn't destroyed in 5 seconds, all the remaining shield strength is applied to every ally, which is pretty awesome. We have the third skill, which is whenever a shield is destroyed or deactivated on Julius or any teammate, that hero gains a bonus armor and magic defense for 1.5 seconds. So as you can see already, even with just Julius's skills, it's all about the shields. And then we just have a passive boost from him. If we have a look at, let's say, Judge, let's have a look at Judge. Again, all built around. So his ult just does a bunch of stuns and damage. The main one is the force field here, as you can see. It will put a shield on basically it'll be the tank and the back one. So in this case, it will be Julius and Astrid. Special Rift, no difference, slows them down. I haven't seen this really make too much impact. And then this will make the force field that you put on stun enemies every 5 seconds. So it's not too bad. But again, his main one, another shield, force field. Then we go on to Isaac, who is your third shielder of this setup. As you can see, so main one does some damage, that's fine. This is the drones that increase damage, depending on physical attack, the more you do, etc. And this is the shield drone one. This is the one launches drones that cast a shield over him and allies ahead. The shield absorbs all damage, dependent on the physical attack, will make the shield bigger and the healing more. So just from those 3 heroes, this is like your core main to get all the shields to keep everyone up. Nebula. The main one for Nebula here is we have Serenity that basically will take off a negative effect from a hero. I think it also does some healing, again, based on physical attack. But this is the main one here, is the Equilibrium. Nebula's basic attacks now turn into like a support mode and boost the physical and magical attack of the hero. So as you can see in the little video here, when Nebula does the attack, it puts a little orb on Julius and Ginger, and this boosts their physical attack and magical attack. So this is what's going to help you, say, on Isaac and Judge. This will boost their physical and magical attack, which will make their shields bigger. So this is like the core. As for Astrid, Astrid doesn't work on any of those. It won't matter because Astrid will be at the back just doing damage. Obviously, she's going to get a shield from Judge. Isaac will put shields in front so it doesn't affect her. But as you can see, there's no shield or anything like that. She is just there purely for damage. There you go. So this is like the basic core team that you will see a lot. So we've got Julius, Judge, Isaac, Nebula, and Astrid. So in this team, Isaac will be shielding Nebula, Judge, and Julius. Judge will be shielding Julius again and Astrid, and Nebula will be boosting Isaac and Judge. This is why this is such a core team, because everything is just perfectly in place as it was. because there's no point in boosting Julius. You want Nebula boosting Isaac and Judge to help with their attacks and their shields. So that's like the intro to how this team works. A lot of shields, hard to break down, and then the constant damage from Isaac and Astrid just slowly wear you down. So let's get into the priorities. So let's start with the big one first. The cat in the suit, Julius. So let's go for artifacts first. Artifacts, obviously 3. The weapon does crit hit chance, which is great for like Isaac and Astrid, but definitely not a priority. You want them to live. And what do you need for your tank to live? Strength. As you can see, Julius is quite odd in the fact that Julius is quite an aggressive tank, because as you can see from Julius's book, crit hit chance and physical attack, that's not normally what you see from a tank. You see armor and magic defense, something like that. So it's very different. This is why we're definitely going ring first. You need that survival, you need that strength. Julius is, I would say, quite squishy at the beginning, so you do need to focus on Julius to keep Julius alive. Once you can and the shields start popping off, suddenly the team starts clicking, and that's where you get the damage and the wins. So we're going ring, book, and then weapon for Julius. That would definitely be the priority for Julius. Let's go now on to the skins. So we have quite a few for Julius, to say the least. Again, personally, I think default, you can't go wrong with strength. More attacks, more strength, which means more health, which means also less crit chance against Julius. Doesn't work out much at the beginning, but later on, having strength to counteract crit will keep Julius alive a lot longer. The next one should be pretty obvious, I hope. Health. Julius needs health. Again, like I said, Julius is quite squishy to begin with, so you need to keep Julius alive. So default, health. Then this is where I would probably stop in the sense of where you could work on others, probably. Because we've got physical attack, we've got crit chance, and I think I've even got one locked somewhere. And the toughness. I don't have the toughness, but toughness on Julius will be pretty good. I think right now it's in the Outland chest. I might actually hit some chests on the next cell to get that, because again, toughness for a tank is great. Taking less damage when under 50% life is brilliant. So yeah, strength, health. I would definitely then, physical attack, because that does boost the shields, then toughness, and then crit chance. The crit chance is great, but it's so low priority. If you have got lucky and got the toughness skin, I would definitely do that after physical attack. So yeah, that's Julius for skins, and the artifacts are done. Let's go to Judge. The main support, I would say, of this team. Let's go for the artifacts first. This should be, once you've seen the Eternity video, this should kind of be easy to think about and what to do. So the main one obviously we're going to have is the book. The book increases Judge's health, needs the health, and magic attack will increase the shields on your team. So perfect. Let's go book first. Bit of a disagreement on the weapon or the ring. Personally, I'm not sure how important the ring is. The weapon. Magic attack is great for the team, but obviously Judge only gets that when the ult happens. So at the beginning, the shields that he gives won't be as good if you do the weapon. If you do the ring, you get some magic attack out of it, so it will increase the generic shields he does, rather than just the ult. So I'm not sure about that. I mean, personally, I think either is good, but I think we're steering towards the weapon. So book, weapon, and then the ring. As for skins, again, this should pretty much be self-explanatory. You should just be able to think about that. What does Judge need for his shields? Magic attack. He's got 2, so 2 magic attacks. Then we're going to do some health, need to keep alive, and then the default. Magic defense, really not necessary. The shields do the work here, not the magic defense. So I would leave magic defense until way, way later on. Definitely not a priority. So we're going magic attack, health, and default. I would say after you've done the magic attacks and the health, you can probably wait on the base one if you want to work on the next hero, as it were. Let's move on to Isaac. Isaac is kind of our semi-damage dealer / support in this, because Isaac shields, but also does quite a bit of damage as well. So again, what is he going to need? So the top 2 will be the default and the physical attack. You could really do those in either, whichever way you want. I would probably go default first. I do like a default skin first. I think it just is a decent boost all around. I would then go for the physical attack, then the armor penetration, because again, you need to break through the defenses, so armor penetration for physical attack heroes is great. I don't think Isaac really needs the health skin to begin with. There's a lot of shields. He's kind of in the middle of the pack, so won't be targeted that much. So I would probably save health until later on. So I would then go crit, and then the health, and I think the last one is armor. Again, armor, not too necessary. You've got the shields protecting you. So agility, physical attack, armor penetration, crit chance, health, armor. As for the artifacts, again, pretty simple this one. So you could probably go 2 ways. You could probably do book or the ring, either of them. Again, I think agility is quite a decent base one just to get an overall boost, and then you can go book, and then the ring weapon is definitely last priority. Again, magic defense, not something you really need for this team to begin with. Like I said, you've got shields. Why do you need more defense on top of that? Keep boosting the shields, they can't break through. Simple as that. Let's move on to Nebula. Our big support that's going to boost all of our damage, basically. So let's go for skins first. Again, agility, a decent base to start off of. Give some physical attack. Give some, I think even gives Nebula some dodge. Might be wrong on that, not 100% sure. But also give some armor as well, stuff like that. So I think agility is a decent base skin. And then to boost her skills, to then boost our skills, physical attack. That's what Nebula's skills are based around. So we have 2 physical attack skins. Definitely do them afterwards. Again, this is probably where you can stop for now and work on something else. The armor and the dodge, definitely not a priority. If you have to armor, then dodge probably is the way to go. But again, I would leave those 2 until definite last. Artifacts, exactly the same as Isaac. We're going to go ring, we're going to go book, and then we're going to go weapon. The weapon is great, obviously. Physical attack to all your heroes is brilliant, but Nebula does need to stay alive. A bit squishy because kind of the main support here, so dodge and health is perfect to keep her alive. So yeah, ring, book, weapon for Nebula on artifacts. And then we're going on to our main DPS for this, which will be Astrid. Astrid is just pure damage, so I think you can see where this is going. So for the skins, we're going to change it up here. So we have armor penetration. Definite must for Astrid to break through tanks. When Lucas comes out, needs to be able to get through. And then, I mean, this one's up to you. Personally, again, I would go default agility, gives a decent boost. We have 2 physical attack skins, which will definitely be next. And then we have armor and health. Again, just like the other ones, again, these are not a priority. If you're gonna do it, then it's definitely health and armor. Would save those until you have nothing else to upgrade on others. So for Astrid, we are going armor pen, default, physical attack, and then later on, health, armor. So yeah, I think that's covered for those. I mean, glyphs, again, you can just follow the same kind of pattern as the skins and the artifacts, go exactly the same way. So say for Julius, the glyphs, Julius has default, so strength, we've got some health, we've got some physical attack, and then you've got the crit chance and the armor, which are last priorities. So just like you did with the skins, you're going strength first, physical attack, then health, because you're boosting the shields and then you're boosting Julius's life. Simple as that. So I mean, let's have a quick training with the teams just to show. So I mean, let's put in defense something that does a lot of like magic damage, a lot of burst. So I mean, Satori is quite well known to do a lot of damage. Let's put in a Chaos Tank. We have Astrid there. This is kind of a very old school team, but it does show the effectiveness of the shields and how they work. Once I found Jorgen. Let's throw Martha in as well. Again, this is an old school one, but it's a good one to show on. This is like a very, very hard counter to this team, so it shouldn't be any problem. But we'll just have a quick look at this. All right. So you can see, I've completely lost control. Right, completely lost control on that. Let's do that again. That was, my video decided to be a nuisance. So yeah, here we go. So there's the 2 shields from Judge. Isaac then does the extra shields. Lucas comes out. Satori does an ult. It does no damage. So as you can see here, I have to pause it. You can see the different health bars. These are all shields that are just protecting them. So as you can see, nobody is taking damage. Isaac does a lot of damage. Shields are still going up. As you can see, it just slowly but surely wears down teams. You can see all the different health bars. I mean, Julius has 3 now. Nebula has 3. So the shields are just stacking and stacking and stacking. And I said, eventually, it just comes to a win. And if you look at the damage, I mean, look how much damage anyone did. We took 20,000 damage that whole battle purely because the shields were just going up 24/7. Damage taken, again, Julius took 20,000. Nobody else took anything, and that would have just been from the first minute of the first 10 seconds of the fight when no shields were up. And the healing, didn't need to do any healing because the shields were blocking everything. So yeah, that is the base for progress. I mean, I hope this helps everyone. We did a Eternity version and everyone seemed to like that, and it really helped people focus on what was necessary to keep the team alive and to make it win battles. So I think that's everything covered. Obviously, if there's anything you want tested, or if you want to know a different variation, like if you want the Folio Polaris priority, I can happily say that in the comments, so just let me know. But yeah, as always guys, I appreciate the support. There is another video to come out later for the Titan event tomorrow and what to expect, so that should be helpful as well. But that is it for me on this. So, as ever, guys, thank you, and I will see you next time. I knew I'd forget something. So, for people that don't want the explanation behind it, we do just have it typed out. So, I'll show you that now. So, again, with the help of my friend TJ, as you can see, they are the artifact priority. And then we have the skins. So that's all typed out. So if you can just copy and paste that or take screenshots, whatever you need, no worries. So that is it. So definitely this time. Appreciate it, guys. I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.